Alright. Here we are. More Kotor. Finally. Hasn't been that long, actually, but still. Pretty sure we're on korriban. Let's see if we have enough repair skill to do any of HK-47.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
I'd like to know more about your functionality.
Statement. I know some elements of my functionality, Master, but not all.
You said removing your restraining bolt would restore your memory.
Qualification. I suspected that it might, Master, but without memory, I had no way of knowing whether or not I knew that was true.
So you lied to me.
Qualification. Not so much, Master. I spoke out of ignorance. I assumed the Athorian was responsible for my memory loss. That does not mean I am not a fully loyal droid willing to serve its master. Right, Master?
Tell me what you can, then.
Observation. I am sure you are aware of the majority of my skills, Master. I can handle various sorts of heavy weaponry with ease. My physical abilities are well above those of your average meatbag, as are my sensor functions. An assassin, if you would.
An assassin?
Caution, shh, Master. Such a function in a droid is highly illegal.
This is illegal, you know. Oh, okay, I won't tell anyone.
Commentary. Good, for I would truly hate to be turned into spare scrap, Master. That would be a waste of my genius engineering. Answer. My assassination functions are currently non-functional, having been deactivated by the meatbag Yukalaka on Tatooine. Were they functional, you as my master would be able to specify a target, and I would operate independently to the best of my ability to terminate it.
Has this function been used a lot?
Answer. I have no way of knowing that, Master. My memory has been deleted, remember.
Is there any way to repair you?
Answer. Some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however.
So I can restore your memory?
Answer. You may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, would still be unadvisable to tamper with. Conjecture. It is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so.
So how do I go about restoring your memory?
Answer. Simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master, and I will attempt to walk you through it. Please do be careful.
I'd like to try restoring some of your memory.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude.
Are you implying I'm inept?
Negatory. No, Master. You are not a droid, however, and therefore your skills are limited by the physical capabilities of your meatbag extremities, or some such.
Let's get started.
Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. Now close
Damn.
the last panel. Supplication. As you desire.
Bring the boys. Oh, this is still Tatooine. Yeah, let's go to korriban. Or we could go to Dantooine and drop off Sasha real quick. Hey, Burning One, how you doing? Another day, another random turret section. Yep. That's the thing about KOTOR 1. Incoming fighters randomly generated it. Like, a lot. And, like, it's not just, like, a few of them. It happens a lot. But, yeah, I'm doing alright. Greetings, Sentient. May I take a moment of your time for a question? Go ahead. I represent a human syndicated of Dantooine by the name of Rundil Al-Sulam. His ranch has considerable difficulty with Mandalorian raiders for many years. His young daughter was kidnapped by these raiders many years ago and has not been returned. Might you have news of her? Her name is Sasha. There's a stowaway on my ship by the name of Sasha. This is most exciting news, Sentient. Are you certain of this? You can come on board and see her if you'd like. I do not make it a habit to board vessels of estranged humans, but I might take exception this once. Are you certain this human is Sasha? Yes, I am. She only speaks a smattering of Mandalorian, but I was able to figure it out. You've convinced me, Sentient. That stowaway is indeed the one I seek. Will you allow me to see her? Certainly, I'll bring you to my ship. Let us go there now. I'm most anxious to see her. Though you have aged, young Sentient, I do believe you are indeed the one I seek. I am here to return you to your father. I see that Ivana Tinkle was correct about your linguistic abilities. I am positive that your parents can assist you with that. Calm yourself, child. I will take you home. She's saying that the starship is her home. And I'm telling her that he won't hurt her and that he's going to take her home. Yeah. Because again, her bullshit language, it's all fucked up. Thank you for your assistance, Sentient. I am sure that this girl's parents will be most appreciative of your efforts. Have I started unfinished business yet? No, it doesn't look like I have. Okay. Did I take the spice at least? Yeah, I did. Okay. So I did that part, but I haven't gotten to Moda yet. The power of made-up languages. Yep. Hey, you know what? Before we go to Korriban, let's go visit our boy Savam, see what he's been up to. Okay, cool. No incoming fighters this time. I should probably have Juhani more so I can talk to her. Because I didn't have Juhani last playthrough, and you didn't get to see all interactions on stream.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Okay, cool. She's got nothing right now. What about you?
Yes, what's on your mind? I don't really know much about them. You got it.
Savam, my boy. Okay, nothing new? Okay. I wish Yavin Station was a little more fleshed out, because I think it's really cool as a concept. Just this old, like, exchange station, you know, so it's just a crime station, just in the middle of space over by Yavin, and just, like, you know, smugglers and bandits and shit go there. I think that's real cool. Like, it gives me Nar Shaddaa vibes from KOTOR 2. Ah, boy, I love it when that happens. Boy, howdy do I. So sometimes when you skip the cutscene, because in order to skip the cutscenes, you have to like bash like a bunch of the face buttons, and if you hit the wrong combination, it returns you to the menu. You can't just push start to skip the cutscenes, because they don't want you doing it, so you gotta like mash like all the face buttons and start and select and shit. But if you hit the bumpers, or the white button and black button, sometimes it fucks it up. That's what I wanted. There we go. But yeah, I don't know why they made it so you couldn't skip the cutscenes without mashing literally every button so crazily. Yavin, so much takes place around Yavin. I meant in Star Wars in general. Yeah, that's true. I mean, their calendar is literally based on Yavin, you know, before Battle of Yavin and after Battle of Yavin, but still. Like, Yavin Station in KOTOR doesn't have a lot to it. Like, it's just like 4 interactions. And stuff you can buy. It's 4 walls? Yeah, it really is. Like, it's... There's nothing there. We already finished Unfinished Business, didn't we? Yeah, we did. That's right. Okay. And we didn't go in the box this time, since we did last time. That's right. Taking care of business, yep.
Do not forget our...
I found a Jedi holocron.
I had heard that such an artifact existed. Tell me, young one, did you acquire the device by yourself?
No.
So I see. And Lasho, does she yet live?
No, I killed her.
Well done. You gained an artifact through trickery, and eliminated an opponent at the same time. That is deserving of great prestige. You have impressed me enough, by my estimation, to become a Sith in full. Congratulations, young one. You have bested the others quite completely. You have but one final test which you must take, and this requires us to travel to the tomb of Nagasato, in the Valley of the Dark Lords. I would advise you to be rested and equipped before we leave. Return to your quarters now and seek me out in the morning. When you return, make sure that you have all you will need, for you will face your test alone. Go, and may the Force serve you.
Should probably go get the Sword of Ajun Tapal to give to Canderous. I got a level up. Alright, give us some more repair. Give us destroy droid.
What are you doing here? Go back to Uthar and tell him you are ready.
Valley of the Dark Lords, yep. That is the central focus of Korriban in KOTOR 1. I mean, granted, I guess it's like the only place you can go in KOTOR 2, because you can't go to Dreshte. You can just go to the Valley of the Dark Lords and then the Academy, which is in ruins. Like, it's mostly like this, but some of the areas have, like, caved in and shit, and there's, like, assassins everywhere. We'll play KOTOR 2 eventually on the channel, too, don't worry. Oh, I went the wrong way. Like I said, we're gonna go get the Sword of Ajunta Paul, and we're gonna redeem Ajunta Paul too, since we're doing Lightside. Because we can do that. We can redeem him. Where's Galen Lore? There he is. So that's the Tomb of Ajunta Paul. Redeem a ghost? Yep. Like, granted, it's not like he goes and joins the Jedi. He's a fucking ghost. He just, like, becomes one with the Force, you know, that thing that they do. You know what a dire Tucata is? It's like a Tucata, only dire. Pretty sure I made that joke last playthrough as well, but still. I know what Daikatana is. Yeah, there you go. A fucking game on the N64. Speaking of, I almost played Mario 64 instead tonight, but I'm like, oh, I'll do some more KOTOR.
Ready? Too long. Hey.
Disturb your rest? Are you some kind of ghost?
I had a name once.
Yeah, we've heard
In the
this.
end, we were not.
How did you fall? What happened?
We hid.
Yeah.
We destroyed.
Yeah, the dark side
I
consumed you.
suppose that's the nature of the dark side. Power, but no longevity. Eventually it just consumes itself.
And so, here, our old secret is buried, and none of us hold it anymore.
Yeah. They've returned and endanger us all, and the light side must battle them.
So much.
Why do you remain here?
Remains to my sword. I am dead.
I feel sorry for you.
Most of my brethren would desire only to take what power I have left, even if it would destroy them. I wish my sword to
Yeah.
be.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Find. Then you must. I do remember. I am that. Go then. the one. That is the blade. Take it. Take it.
There's no need to remain here, is there?
No need? What choice have I?
You can return to the light side and end your torment.
Return? But I betrayed my old masters. They would never let me return to the light side. It is too late. Too late.
I don't believe the light side would turn you away. You've suffered long enough.
No, I do not think so. I have the eternity.
Well, my persuade's not high enough, damn it.
I made my choice long ago. Be at peace.
Again, normally my persuade's much higher because I usually pick a scoundrel, which I guess I should have done as a base this time. That way I would have had a one-up on that. Now let's give the boy his weapon.
So,
Yeah.
isn't it obvious now that you have it?
I don't know what you're talking about. What sword?
Nice try. Especially not for a pathetic.
Take it over my dead body.
I've been looking
Poor ghost, yeah. Again, if my persuade was higher, he could have become one with the force, but I guess it's not high enough this playthrough.
You have the sword. The sword of a Junta Ball. That's it, isn't it? How did you ever acquire it?
Got it from a Junta himself, if you must know.
Are you joking with me? The Sith Lord still lives?
No, not exactly.
Oh, that is quite interesting. My mentor told me that Sith apparitions might be possible, but I never truly believed it. Thank you for the information. I must go and inform my mentor at once of this strange news.
We won't kill Meekle. We won't do the Tomb of Tulak Horror. Well, fuck it, we will. We'll just mash through it real quick.
Yeah, what do you want?
Later. We will talk to Candrace more later. No, stop it, stop it. Well, I mean, I guess we will get free experience for the droid, so let's do that real quick. I guess not free, because we do give up repair parts, but still. Dude, it's a Chirac Alpha, dude. He's a Chad. Noxious fumes surround you. Your body chokes and falls over. Yeah.
Awake already.
I demand you be released at once.
No. This other's poor lad.
No, never heard of you.
No. Anyhow, I'd like most of the drink. Yes. I'm sure. Perhaps you have. What's a little? Why then they're based on. Well, forgive. I don't remember. So then, Miko. I don't know what you. Oh, well then. Now, and how many? On that note, now then. Then I must assume. And so we come to round 2. You come. Well, now you're just punishing yourself. Do you really not know the answers here? Shame. At any rate, here is your punishment. Let's see. Ah, yes. And here I thought this question was an easy one. Oh, well, suit yourself. Well, you did ask for this. It's for your own good. Still going? All right. You're not trying to make me angry, are you? That would be pointless posturing on your part. Is this so hard? Not that good help is easy to find. Oh well, here's your reward. Last question. You're about to die. Do you pass on your knowledge to your apprentice to make him stronger? Or do you use your last breath to strike at your enemy? Such insolent students I get these days. You deserve this. And then some. I'll enjoy this one. Time for your medicine. Now, this is odd. I suppose this means you can go, Miko. We'll have to just figure out what to do with our friend here. Run along now.
Or I could use the Force to free them. And we could kill you. Seems you didn't think of that, old man.
What? Mutiny! Behave, students! That's it! Detention for all of you! Permanent detention!
I guess he wasn't a true Sith after all. I can't believe that I'm alive. You saved me. You could have easily just answered those questions and let me die.
Nobody deserves to die like that. Nobody.
Yes. I see what you mean. I've never been on that side of the fence before. It makes you think. I'd be dead if you weren't... if you were proper Sith. But you're not, are you? Don't worry. I won't tell anyone.
Let's give you your chance to change your ways, Mikkel.
You mean the light side? I've never thought about that. Can you even go back? I've done some... I've hurt a lot of people. I don't think the light side is for me. But maybe neither are the Sith. Maybe it's time for me to leave. Thanks, I suppose. And good luck.
Alright. Well, that's all the tombs. Let's go talk to Uthar. And let's level the boys up real quick. God damn it, Candace, we're right there. He is. Why are you dragging so much, Candace? Damn. Sure likes to take his sweet-ass time sometimes, doesn't he?
So then we go now.
Yeah. Again, we'll make sure we let the dialogue play at the end of this, since we're going to redeem you, Thera.
Very well.
Indeed, you.
Is that a tone of me?
As should you.
Yes. You are to follow it. The lightsaber.
Be very cautious.
Do you understand what... Good.
True choice game. Yeah, there's a lot of good choices in this. Like I said, I've replayed through this so many times because there's just so many different ways you can play it. You know, whether that be the dynamics you have with the characters, like, you know... I mean, granted, the characters are fairly set and straightforward, but, like, you know, they're interesting, and you can have different outcomes to the character arcs. Like, I mean, you can romance Karth or Juhani as a female, or you can romance Bastila as a male. And then on top of that, you know, there's also differences in the class you play. There's differences in the, like, you know, light side, dark side choices. There's a ton of side quests you can either do or not do, and there's different factions you can choose for a lot of those side quests. I guess they're not immune to the Force. I had thought they were. I had thought they were at one point, but I guess not. They just can resist it. Can I cheese this? No, I can't. Worth a try. You really realized how everything has just flipped 180. What was good was bad, and what was bad is good? I kind of get what you're saying with that. But what do you mean what was bad is good? I mean, what was good is bad. Sure, there's a lot of, like, franchises that have gone to shit. But I'm not sure what you mean by what was bad is good. Unless you're talking about how, like, people have grown to appreciate the prequels, for instance, because of how bad the sequels were. Or if you're talking about people's, like, fucked up morals nowadays, with, like, a bunch of people just, like, having a completely new set of morals that doesn't make any fucking sense, as opposed to, like, traditional morals that actually did make sense. Well, I meant in terms of mindsets, lol, but also in terms of Star Wars is true. Well, yeah, no, like, for sure, like, in terms of mindsets, yeah, people are fucking degenerates now and, like, have lost their sense of, like reality. You know what I mean? Like, it's like people live in two completely different realities. Like, leftists, I don't know what the fuck they're on about half the time.
So, you returned.
Yeah.
You took a great risk. Sometimes you must. That is the lesson.
Sith are not the only ones who can fight and take risks.
True, but most would say they fight them.
I don't believe you. I don't feel superior to anyone.
If you came to the Academy, you must have felt the stirrings within you that cry out for the freedom of the dark side, that cry out for release. I can only show you the path that will lead to power and superiority. You have followed it this far. You must decide if you are capable of continuing.
And if I'm not?
This is where your path ends, young man. There is no turning back once you have embarked on it.
You're saying a Jedi couldn't have gotten the lightsaber?
When a Jedi acts, it is with skill, true. But the Jedi teach you that your passions are counterproductive. That strength is only found in peace. Did you not feel a moment of excitement in the tomb? Did your passions not flow and make you...
Ironically, left is where a good portion of the Karens... Vine dying?
I would say only the purpose of the
Vine
Jedi.
dying. Okay, I assume that was a
restrict
typo.
your potential.
I don't believe... Okay, I think I understand.
Good. All life must compete, so it is the same among... So it behooves... Normally, this would be a...
You talk too much, Old.
So, you know, do you? Well, it makes no difference. You have become too ambitious, Uthura. It is time for you to die.
No. It is time for you to die, Master. My pupil stands with me.
Sadly, Uthura, it is you.
Sorry, Uthura, I'm with Uthura on this one.
Do you hear that, my master? That is the sound of a new leader rising to replace you.
So the time has come, has it? I will... No.
Ironically, left is where a good portion of the Karens come from. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
The Force has abandoned you. We have made sure of it. Infar is finished, and a new order is brought to the Academy. Excellent. While I do like you, truly, I'm afraid I'm not the type to share power with anyone, even you.
But I don't want that power.
If only I could believe you. Let's get this over with, quickly.
Damn, I'm so much more effective with stasis. I don't know if I gave myself something that does that or what, but still.
Stop. I healed. You are too strong for me. I was a fool to think otherwise. I am at your mercy.
You ask for mercy of Sith?
I suppose I am. Something tells me that you are not like the other students. I don't know why that is. I was right the first time back at the cantina, wasn't I? There is something different about you. More so than I even suspected.
I'm not here to become a Sith. I got what I came for.
I didn't think you were here to train. Not really. I should have realized that sooner. So what happens now? Will you show me mercy? Will you just let me leave?
You could come with me.
That's tempting, but I don't think I could. Your path. It goes somewhere I can't follow.
Maybe you need to think about your own path.
I suppose you could be right. All the things I wanted to do, all the wrongs I wanted to right, I haven't done any of it. They just get farther and farther from my mind. All I've cared about is power and myself. This isn't the person I was.
There's still time to change that.
You're right. Maybe what I needed most was peace after all. The Jedi tried to show me that. I don't know if I can ever go back to them, but my place isn't here. Thank you. Thank you for showing me that. You have a destiny, my friend, and I wish you well on your way to it. May the Force be with you.
Alright, we have successfully redeemed Euthura. And now she'll be on Dantooine. Which doesn't bode well for her, because we all know what happens to Dantooine. But hey, we tried. You'll be right back? Okay. What does this do? Awareness and will. Ah, it's probably that, because will, I think, is like what makes you more powerful in the Force, right? And since I'm a consular, that probably like buffs it too. So I'm probably just overpowered as fuck when it comes to the Force.
You there. How is it that you're leaving Nagasadow's tomb by yourself? You in it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You lie.
Look, I don't need any trouble here, alright?
Well, you found it. If you've done anything to Master Uthar, you're going to pay for it.
But what if Master Uthar is really dead? How can we hope to stand up against someone who could kill him?
Don't be a sniveling coward. I will prove this one a spy. And if Uthar is dead, I shall become the new master.
Yeah, some new master.
Yes, what's on your mind?
You seem like you're far away. Is something wrong?
Oh, it's nothing, sorry.
Doesn't seem like nothing.
Well, I told you my wife died 4 years ago. I've just been trying to remember what she looked like. It shouldn't be so difficult. I can remember things about her, things she did, the way she smiled, what her hair smelled like. Our last fight, just not her face. I try and hold it in my head, but it's gone. And is that strange? Maybe I shouldn't be talking to you about this.
No, it's not strange, Karth. You remember the important things.
But I should be able to remember her face. It's frustrating. I feel like I'm losing her. It must look really strange for me to be obsessing like this still. You must think I'm incredibly stupid.
Not only that, you're a fool, you're wasting your time on useless ghosts? Jesus. Nah, no, but I doubt your wife would want you to do this to yourself.
Oh, I suppose you're probably right, but I have to do it anyway. The only thing that's kept me going since she died has been the need to find Saul and kill him. It's better to think about that than anything else. If I can do that, then maybe I can let her go. Let it all go. If we encounter Saul, if we ever have the chance, promise me that I'll be the one to kill him. I have to settle this. I need to.
It's not going to help anything, Garth. But you know what? Yeah, if we get the opportunity, then I promise.
Thank you. I guess there's really nothing else to say.
Oh, I never did the Mandalorian weapon cache thing in the torture room. Oh well. Is this the guy with the data pad for the Geno Haradin? Yep, it sure is. Senivek, right? Thanks. Let's go do the Sandrol Matale feud. See if Juhani has anything to say.
How may I be of what is it you would like to...
Tell me more about your past.
Well, I mentioned before that my parents had fled to Taris. Perhaps I can tell you about that.
Please do.
In the early days of the Mandalorian War, there had been fighting closer to the Outer Rim worlds.
Near the world your species comes from?
Kotor was there, yes. My people had a great reputation as warriors, and that appealed to the Mandalore version of honor. They sought to test themselves against us, I think. Test themselves by bombing our world, slaughtering my people while they slept or while they ran.
How did it happen?
They swooped down from space, across the world, firing at anything that moved. They used ships in space to destroy all orbital facilities and bombard the surface. We did resist, and in spite of their violent attack, we did stave them off for quite a while. But in the end, we were doomed.
Why did the Republic not help you? The Jedi could have helped.
We were not members of the Republic. Kotor was beyond the edge of the Republic, in the Outer Rim. And besides, they could not have known. Our interstellar communications were the first things the Mandalores hit. All other short-range communicators were jammed. We were on our own. We knew what was coming. We had fought the Mandalorians in the first war against Exar Kun and the Sith. We knew there would be no mercy for us. The most we could do was pack the few of our people who survived onto what few ships remained and send them off into space as fast as they could. Most did not make it.
What about your family?
My parents carried me as a baby with them and were lucky enough to escape. They fled as far as they were able and eventually settled on Taris. They could stand running no further, I think. But Taris was a horrible choice. Dominated by humans, intolerant of other species, made everyday life unnecessarily hard.
How did your family cope?
My father turned to stimulants. He spent much of his time in local bars and dives. But we are warriors. It runs through our blood. And when he was on stims, he became foolish. He let his warrior nature get the best of him. So he would get intoxicated, and he would fight. And finally, one day, he would die.
How did he die?
Killed by a man who provoked him into a fight and killed him like an animal. I am sorry. I cannot talk about this any longer right now.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Tell me, what happens if you ever get your revenge on Saul?
You mean if I kill him?
Yes, what happens afterwards?
Well, I never thought about it. I suppose I always assumed that I would be dead once Saul was.
Why, what kind of risks do you plan on taking? But what if you don't die? What then?
Well, it's never occurred to me. I've always been the captain of my own ship, after all. Or thought about going after Saul on my own. But I'm not in the same situation now. I wouldn't risk hurting you or the others.
How do I know that's the truth?
You don't think I would throw away everything we're doing here, do you?
I don't know, what wouldn't you do to stop Saul? What are we doing here? Does it mean anything to you?
Of course it means something to me. The Sith have to be stopped. You think it doesn't matter to me that everyone on Taris is dead? That the Republic is in danger? If I saw Saul, however, if I had the chance, I don't know what I'd do. I really don't. I mean, his death has been my entire focus for so long.
I need your help, Karth. There's more than Saul to fight.
I know. I'll see this through. I promise you that, no matter what. As for what comes afterward, well, let's wait until I know that I'm around to see it. Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Alright, Yavin it is.
Kalonord is dead. Lord Malik, he has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Kalo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malik?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend.
You know, my friend played through this game. He kept fucking up and calling Darth Bandon Darth Brandon, and then we just kind of rolled with it.
Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive, if possible.
As you command, Master.
Yes, what's on your mind?
You've been watching me very closely as of late. Why is that?
Oh, well, I hadn't thought you'd notice.
Oh, I did.
Well, I've just been admiring you. Not anything like that, though. No, I've been watching you in action. Your skills. You have a natural talent that is incredible. Not that all I do is watch you or anything. I didn't mean anything by it.
It's alright, I don't mind if you watch me.
Why didn't you tell me that sooner? It would have saved me a lot of trouble. I will say one thing, however. You've come a long way with your help. Whether it's the Force, or fate, or just dumb luck. I'm glad you're here. We probably would never have made it this far without you. I should have said this long before, instead of doubting you. I hope you can forgive me.
You already apologized once, Karth.
And you accepted it, but that doesn't mean I'm forgiven. I'd like to be.
Alright, you're off the hook. You're forgiven.
Thank you. Let's get back to what we were doing. Yes, what's on your... You got it.
Seems you finally won Karth's full trust. Though it wasn't easy, how this will affect your mission or your relationship with Karth remains to be seen.
How may I be of assistance? What is it you would like to...
What happened after your father died?
After my father died, my mother was left to support me alone. A single non-human woman, living in one of the worst, most violent slums on Paris. It was not easy.
Sorry about that. Where did I set the controller? There I set the controller. How so?
When my father was killed, it seemed that something in her began to die as well. She worked as hard as she was able. But over time, she began to waste away. I later learned that she was unable to get enough money to feed both of us, and had to start borrowing from the exchange, a band of cutthroats and smugglers. But even that was not enough. She hid what she was doing from me. She gave most of her food to me so that I would be strong, but she herself was suffering deeply from it. In the end, she could go on no longer, and collapsed at the cantina where she worked one day.
Did she die?
She never recovered. There was nothing really that I could do for her. She left me no money, and no doctor would see her without being paid first. I sat by her bed for days as she lay there dying. I never want that to happen to someone I care about ever again. But there was still the money she had borrowed. She had never paid it back and made no provisions for her death. You must understand. The exchange is brutal. They care nothing for the life of a sentient being. They are the major suppliers of slaves on Terrace.
You were enslaved?
They thought it would be appropriate that, with my mother owing them money, the debt should be passed on to me. And with no way to pay, they took me by force. You have no idea what it is like to be bound like a beast and treated as such. It was the worst time of my life. They treated me like livestock. They were waiting for a buyer to give them some credit for me when the Jedi came to fight the Mandalorians.
How could the Jedi stand for that?
The Jedi could not abide by what they saw there, and drove the exchange from the face of the world, freeing those of us imprisoned there. But the Jedi soon left to fight their war, and I was left with a dream.
What did you do? What was the dream? Let's ask them.
I swore that I would become a Jedi. As soon as I had enough...
You're back already.
I bought passage on a freighter headed for Dantooine, and we both know what has happened since then.
You turned away from the dark side.
I am grateful to you for having given me the opportunity to fulfill my dream, rather than become what I hated. Someday, I may make it up to you. But for now, let us keep on the task at hand.
Alright, let's see. Any interaction right now? Got 2 star maps under my belt, 3 if you count Dantooine. Come on, is this the Trandosians? Yep, this is the Trandosians. It's not good enough, Savam. We know you have more and we want it now. Well, you can't just rewrite our agreement whenever you want, whenever you feel like it. The exchange won't stand for it. The exchange is no position to dictate our orders anymore, Savam. Who's that? A stranger. You haven't been telling us everything now, have you, Savam? Tell you everything? What are you talking about? I don't have to clear everything through you. Leave. I'm not going to tell you a second time. Or what, you'll force us? Leave. Now. Leave now. But we have not forgotten you, Savam. Thank you for helping, but I really don't think you should have provoked them like that. They can be impulsive sometimes. Still, at least I ended up all in one piece, right? Damn, this armor has so many immunities. Is it upgradable too? No, it doesn't appear to be, but... Yes, it is! Holy shit! Okay, we're buying that armor, but first we're gonna sell some shit. Top tier black market, yeah. You would think regular shields would be useless in a world populated by laser guns and lightsabers and force wielders. True. You would think that, wouldn't you? Alright, let's go settle the Sandral Batale feud real quick.
Incoming fire! Yes, what's on your mind?
You look like you want to say something.
Well, you can tell, can you?
I can. Do you need to talk?
I do. It's serious, though. I need your attention. Is this a good time?
This is fine.
All right. I'm concerned about you. I've been keeping these thoughts to myself mostly, but I think it's time I say something.
What's this about?
It's about you. I'm worried about what might happen to you. You have a lot of courage, and the fact that you've remained strong is amazing. But there's even greater danger ahead. I think you might be setting yourself up for a fall. Maybe at the urging of the Jedi, I don't know. But you're definitely going to become a target. If I'm gonna find some purpose beyond taking revenge on Saul, then it's gonna have to be in protecting you. I don't know why, but I think some terrible fate is waiting for you. I think the Jedi Council knows it too, and I don't want that to come to pass.
You think Jedi have thrown me to the wolves?
Don't chalk it up to my paranoia just yet. Something isn't right. I blame.
But apparently in Star Wars lore, there's materials completely immune to blaster fire and can only be cut by lightsabers, so I guess that works.
Let me protect you from yourself, from the Sith. You have to let me try.
Why are you doing this?
Because I never got the chance to save my wife and son. Because I didn't stop Saul when I had the chance. Because I finally have the chance to do it right. You are an extraordinary woman. You make me think that maybe I might have some purpose beyond revenge. I don't know whether it means anything to you, but it does to me.
It means a lot to me, Karth. Thank you.
I'm glad to hear that. I'll do my best. Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Alright, let's go do some upgrades real quick. Let's make it purple. I know it's for gameplay purposes, but how do you upgrade a lightsaber? Well, you put new crystals in it.
Statement. Affirmative. Request. Statement.
Alright, let's see if we got a repair down.
And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have restored a great deal of information about my previous owner, Master. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, let me hear it.
Recitation. The earliest memory of my last owner specifies that he was human, a low-ranking commercial officer for SciTech Corporation. I am unaware of his designation. He purchased me from an acquaintance I cannot identify for the purposes of protocol and bodyguard duties.
This man needed a bodyguard?
Observation. Not that I could perceive, Master. The human believed that accompaniment by a bodyguard droid would increase his importance in the perception of others.
If you're gonna use bigger crystals, you might as well use a Kyber crystal bomb. I'm not sure what that is. This man, is he still alive?
Answer. Negative, Master. The human was terminated by this HK-47 unit prior to system shutdown.
You killed your own master?
Affirmative, Master. Though I had not been programmed to do so. The human's termination was accidental. Explanation. My former master had owned me for a duration of 2 standard months before discovering my assassination protocol. He was pleased by the discovery. The human informed me that a competitor corporation was preparing to market a product that would ruin him personally. He was most agitated. He activated my assassination protocol and instructed me to kill all those responsible for the competing product. I proceeded to carry out my order.
Wait, tell me about this assassination protocol.
Information. This HK-47 unit is complete with protocol that, when invoked, will set me to independently carry out a termination. I will go to whatever lengths, travel whatever distances are required to complete the termination. This is the reason for my combat skills. Advisement. Unfortunately, the assassination protocol is currently non-functional. You will not be able to activate it.
Why not?
Answer. Several of my actuators were damaged by my former owner. They cannot be repaired, Master. Sad though that is. My former master was unaware of this, but the competitor was in fact an arm of SciTech Corporation, my master's own employer. It did not take long for my master to realize his mistake. By then, I had already terminated 104 corporate officers.
Killed 104 people?
Statement. It was nothing really, Master. The majority of them were not even expecting it, and I moved very quickly. I do not know why my master was so upset, really. He was an officer of SciTech and a potential target, but I cannot terminate my own master. I would assume that being the sole officer remaining, he would surely be promoted. Instead, however, the human chose to go insane with rage and attack me.
And that's when you killed him?
Objection? Naturally not, Master. As I said, I am incapable of purposefully terminating my owner. That would not be allowed. My master was not a smart man, however. While he was screaming and stabbing me with a writing utensil, he managed to pierce one of my actuators. The resulting shock terminated him and sadly destroyed my assassination protocol. Pure luck on his part, I suspect.
So you destroyed his life and then killed him, basically.
Observation. Effectively, yes. This is a most pleasing memory, Master. Thank you for recovering it. I shut down immediately whenever my master dies. I can only assume that while I was shut down, SciTech was dismantled and I was auctioned off as former corporate property. Observation. No doubt my sale price was quite cheap, leading to Yukalaka's purchase. How very demeaning.
Didn't they know what you'd done?
Statement. How could they? The vast majority of the officers had already been terminated. They likely assumed I was mere chattel.
What a horrible story.
Statement. That hurts, Master. This is my life you are talking about.
Did you recover any other memories?
I have recovered knowledge of some other actuators which will enhance my performance, Master. I will activate them now. But as for my own history, negative. It will require further effort on your part to restore them, if you wish. Though certain stimuli could always restore my core still, as I explained. For now, please excuse me, Master. I wish to meditate upon the face of my former meatbag master as he was electrocuted. I find it most soothing.
Euthura will be here somewhere as well. I believe she's right outside the Enclave, if I remember right. It's been a minute, but I'm pretty sure. Let's go brag that we killed the Terran Detect. Yes, Padawan, is there something I can help you with? I just came to kill the Terran Detect. The galaxy is a better place for it. Every one of these creatures is an abomination that must be exterminated. You have done well, Padawan. But do not let your success blind you of the dangers of these monsters. A Jedi must never become complacent when facing one of the Terran Detect, as you well know. Is there anything else I can do for you, Padawan? I'll be going now. HK-47, head of corporate espionage. Yeah, there you go.
Greetings, young Jen. We were working on my... I heard the door to... I searched Maybe it was the... Cat hounds are not in... No.
No. Well, yeah. Well, but he is very He's the only He is
anyway, this is the lady who is like in love with her droid.
Please.
And then like her droid ran away because of her obsessiveness. Spoiler, we already did this quest last time, so you know. Isn't that how it always is? Guy works for a company and then another subsidiary of said company threatens their job security? Yeah, I can see that, yeah. Can't have anything more to say?
Yes, what's in your mind?
Nope.
You got it.
Probably won't have anything else to say until the Leviathan.
You've been holding out on this kid.
No, please. Take my wife and children instead. Anything.
What a scumbag. Hide and seek with a droid, yep. Mandalorian can be really some douches. Oh, yeah. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that fucking farmer who's like, please don't hurt me. Take my wife and children instead.
This is private. You have come from the...
My protocol, though I think you... I have already... Many years, soon after we...
Somehow I imagine the story from the Sandals would sound just about the same. Don't you?
The injustice is that recently I have no idea. My own security...
At least you're efficient.
It was shortly after this, it obviously knew... The only Why does the count... I am a man of... I will present the... Nevertheless, my off eventually.
You would be willing to risk open war over this?
It is the Sandrels who have started this, not I.
And here I thought you would blame us if we failed. It seems everyone is responsible for your actions, except for you.
I don't need to stand here and listen to such impertinence. Until you find Shen, Jedi, we have nothing further to discuss.
Yeah. Alright, now let's see, in the Grove, Horncath Hound, see if there's any Mandalorians in here, as well as the droid. No, the droid's in the Sandral Grounds, that's right, I remember now. Well, I already did remember, I was just thinking it through. There very well could be some Mandalorians, so we'll get them. You know, another thing, like, when I reviewed the show The Mandalorian, I was way too fucking, like, I gushed way too much about it. Like, I was such a fucking, like, I don't know, like, it's a review that I have some issues with. OMG, someone got killed by wildlife, big shocker, yep.
This is the council. We have left orders here.
Again, we are just kind of mashing through this because we've done this before.
I have been informed. Cassus is dead. I was afraid of this. Yet in my heart I knew it must be true. What happened to my son?
He's killed by Cathhounds while exploring the Dantooine ruins.
Cathhounds? I was so certain the Matali family was to blame. But this changes nothing. My own son is dead. Why should I shed one tear about the disappearance of my
So you're saying something about gushing over your Mandalorian review? Yeah, like, in the review, like, I said, like, oh, I like this better than all 6 movies, and it's like, I was just too hyped up because I have a big soft spot for Mandalorians. I love Mandalorians. And I overall think the show was okay. Granted, I've only seen the first season, I haven't seen the second. But I think I was way too fucking positive. I was like simping for the show. It made no sense. Here's the diary, Nurk, but you may keep your money. I need no reward for this task.
Mighty generous of you. A little too generous, if you ask me.
I thank you for this. The diary is all I have left of my son. We have nothing further to discuss. Please, leave me to my grief.
You are here from the council. My name is Rahe. My father is a good... You must understand. My father has kidnapped since Cassus went. I'm afraid my father... The Jedi Council does. Please, take this key. There are many security. Please find.
Son is dead, but I feel not grief for my enemy's son, even though I'm also a father who has lost her son. Well, the thing is his enemy's son isn't dead. He kidnapped him because he thought that he killed his son. But even though now you've revealed the truth to him, he's still like, well, this changes nothing. I'm just going to keep him here anyway. And it's like, well, fuck you, dude. Why? He did nothing. Why are you still going to hold his son hostage? It makes no fucking sense. Sins of the father? Yeah, I guess. But it's like... I know they had a feud and all. But, like, still makes no sense to me that it would be like, oh, well, this changes nothing anyway. Watch, this boy's gonna do so much for me now. It's fine though, he's gonna give me some EXP.
Please find Shen. There are many security. Please find.
I'm gonna steal your shit. Negative actions of the father or mother tend to affect the child's life very negatively, whether the child was involved in said act or not. Yeah.
Who are you? Rescue me. It's not my own safety. If I escape... If you can convince who could imagine a sand... I would rather face... Thank you.
As unfortunate as that is, yeah. But I also don't agree with, like, applying that logic to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't believe in holding someone accountable for actions of anyone than literally, like, other than themselves, you know? Like, literally anyone else. Don't care who it is.
What are you doing here? Shen can be so... I know Shen would...
Take that, computer. Fuck you. Gonna load in. No. Where are you? Why are they not showing up? Oh, right, I gotta tell Shen. Duh, I'm being very stupid right now. The only person who did it should be at fault. I agree, yeah. I like the neutral path of doing this like I did last playthrough, though. Where you just convince Shen to stop simping and he leaves Rahesia and goes back to his family. I like that route. It's a good one.
You're back. I pray she is not just...
Shen.
Rahesia.
It was all thanks to...
No, we know the... But surely we can...
Alright, here's the Tetsuo Kaneda moment.
There you are, Shen.
Father! Mr.
Tetsuo!
Rahesia!
Father!
Plankton! Crabs! SpongeBob.
I knew this was all your...
You had taken...
I don't want to hear...
You two need to calm down.
Please listen to her, Father.
Why should I listen?
My daughter...
You should try to sort this out together.
We are trying to be reasonable here, of course. We are sensible people, after all. But our children are being so stubborn.
If Shen would just understand that he has to do what I want, this would all be solved easily.
Shen is capable of making his decisions on his own.
No, I won't let you do this.
I don't care. Rahesia...
You will do no such...
No, Father, I won't.
Rahesia!
I am, Father. And...
You foolish!
Do not be so selfish, Nurik.
You think to make us...
You expect us?
You will not...
We appear to be...
It is your fault, darling. You were always too violent for your own good.
Me? You were the one who rushed out here with war.
How did you?
Droids.
You don't need to fight anymore.
I will not rest until I have my Shen back. The Council will hear of the troubles you caused, Jedi.
Indeed they shall.
I said, I am... Did she send you to find me? Please do not tell her you saw me. Yes, but I have my reasons. I'm afraid my owner became a bit too attached to me. Obsessed, even. She tried to treat me as her dead husband. It was not healthy for her.
All the time?
You don't want to know.
Probably not.
She is obsessed. She rarely sees other people and appears to be fixated on me as her husband. She was becoming more and more insular. I thought it best that I leave. She may meet other real people this way. In fact, that was the reason I came here and sought out those cat hounds.
What, are you suicidal or something?
I think it would be best if I were no longer a factor. She would meet new people, living people. Please, will you destroy me?
I caused two people to be together and in love and get away from their controlling fathers. Oh, the horror. Yep. Alright, so, I know I'm doing Lightside, but you think I should destroy him and tell her why he did it, which I think is the most Lightside way because it helps her come over her obsession, or should I just have him go back to her and keep being obsessed with him? Because I do think that one's funny, but Now this is obviously the dark side one where you tell her he's still out here. Tell you what, I will flip a coin, and if chat wants to overturn that, they will. So heads, I tell him to go back to her. Tails, I destroy him. Alright, it's heads. I guess we're going to keep her obsessed. No, you should go back to her.
But why?
She is lonely and needs your support.
You're right. How could I be so selfish? I must not think only of myself, but of how it affects her. She must be frantic. And if she lost me, she'd be devastated. I must return there. It is my duty.
The first one, a little late on that. Alright, now Rahasia and Shen should be here. Jedi.
It is relaxing to come outside and enjoy the fresh air once in a while. It relieves stress.
Sola. Yeah, that guy plays Pazak. Alright, let's steal this shit. No one will ever know. There they are.
I am sorry we have nothing of value to give you as a reward. Our families have cut us off completely. Had the council not taken us in, we would be foraging in the wilderness to survive.
I'm just glad I could help you out.
When I first met Shen, I feared our forbidden love was doomed to a tragic end. But thanks to you and the Jedi Council, our story ends in joy.
I forgot I was like a minute behind because I left the chat for a second. Oh well. Not a big deal.
Rahasia and I cannot thank you enough for what you've done for us. Now we will finally have a place to share our love, without fear of reprisals from our families.
What are your plans now?
We'll stay here for the next.
That means you're gonna
while.
die.
We're still
Spoiler.
hoping our parents will learn to set aside their differences and welcome us back to their home. If they do not, well, perhaps we will travel to Coruscant or to the core worlds and make our fortunes there.
I wish you the best of luck, Shen. I hope you two find the happiness I once knew myself.
Euthera, she's right here? No? Huh. Other side then.
Hello. It is good to see you again.
Euthera, so you made it here after all.
You told me I should rethink my path, and I did. You were right. It's been very hard to let go of all those thoughts about power and strength and victory. I don't know if I'll ever be completely free of them. The real irony is that despite what the Sith Code says, I have never felt more free. I think I might be able to find a little peace here, finally.
So the Council will let you stay?
For now, they've been very welcoming. More than I had expected. I met my old master. He cried when he saw me. I was embarrassed to see his weakness. Old habits die hard. But it felt good, too. It felt good to know he missed me. That he worried about me. The Council said they would give me time to decide if I wanted to try again. If I was ready. I don't know. There's so much I've done.
I think you should at least try.
I suppose I owe it to you, and to myself, to give the Jedi another chance. I'm not the foolish young girl I once was. My old master said he would start exercises with me again, slowly, when I was ready. He said my experience with the dark side could make me a very wise Jedi. There is no emotion. There is peace. There is no ignorance. There is knowledge. There is no passion. There is serenity. There is no chaos. There is harmony. There is no death. There is the Force. Those words never held such resonance for me until I returned. I'd like some serenity, some harmony. Wouldn't you?
If I had a choice, yes.
Yes, I suppose your fate still has much in store for you, just as I saw back on Korriban.
Why don't you come with me? I could use it at my side.
That's very tempting. But I'm not ready to leave here yet. And I don't belong on the path you have to take. I told you that on Korriban. It's still true. But perhaps you could come back afterwards. I could certainly use a friend then.
I'm glad to be your friend, Euthera.
That's good. I look forward to that time. Perhaps we can travel together then.
Or other slavers you wanted to fight?
You know, I'd forgotten all about that until I spoke to you about it on Korriban. Strange, considering my hate for them is what made me leave the Jedi. I think I've got to help myself first, before I can help anyone else. Maybe once that happens, I can work with the Jedi to make a difference. They may work slowly, but they do make a difference, don't they?
I think they do.
More than the Sith did. The Sith bring more misery than the slavers ever did. I don't know why I didn't see that before. I may not be able to change everything at once like I wanted to, but it would feel good to really help someone for a change. Maybe that's a reason to change. Maybe that's a reason to stay. I guess I'll see. Then may the Force be with you, my friend. I hope we will see each other again.
Until you realize that cutting people off their emotions is what led to things like Anakin turning to the Sith. That's not true. Anakin went to the Sith because of his emotions, because of his ties to Padme. If he hadn't fallen in love and gone down that path, none of that would have happened. And while I don't agree with cutting yourself off completely with emotions, I do get where the Jedi are coming from when they say it. I still don't agree with it. But Anakin turned to the Sith because, well, I mean, the real first turning point was the Sand People killing his mother. And then there was, of course, Palpatine convincing him to kill Count Dooku. And then after that, there was the Padme getting pregnant, which, again, Jedi aren't supposed to have those kinds of relationships, which, again, I don't agree with, but I get it.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I don't know what I would have done if I had lost him.
It's
just so great to have him back. We're just gonna go right home, right now, and celebrate. Aren't we, my lovely little droid? Don't worry. I'm gonna hug you and oil you and care for you and make sure you never, ever get away again.
Didn't they also upset him by putting him on the council by not making him a master or something? That also was a really small bit of it, honestly. Yes. They wouldn't let him be a Jedi Master because he was too emotional. Although I do think it was kind of a bit bullshit they wouldn't let him be a Master, in all honesty. Like, he totally earned it. That's why it doesn't make any sense in the Clone Wars TV show how they refer to him as Master Skywalker and he has his own Padawan, which just doesn't make any sense. That's why that show just can't be canon. Like, even though it still technically is with Disney, it just doesn't make any sense. Jedi were being kind of hypocritical. You can tell me Yoda or Obi-Wan don't feel emotions. Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely think there is some hypocrisy to it. But I do think it is better to live by logic, because everyone thinks with emotion nowadays way too much, and that's a major problem. Because when people get too emotional, they're much more easily, like, pulled into things that don't make sense. And they're just more easy to manipulate. Like, I think ultimately emotion does have its place. But I do think that too much of it is very much a bad thing. If Spock had devoted himself completely to logic, he wouldn't have been there to help out the whole VGER fiasco, etc. There you go. I'm not too familiar with Star Trek, to be honest, but there you go.
So this is the
Now this is what I've been waiting for.
I will add your head to those of the other Jedi I have killed, and take yet another lightsaber for my own. Now you will know why the Mandalorians are feared.
I imagine the Master Skywalker in Clone Wars is probably just a bit of writing that no one ever thought of correcting, and yeah, it doesn't make sense he got a Padawan either. Yeah, exactly. Like, It's fine, it's whatever. I never really got that into it, to be honest. I liked the Clone Wars show before it, the 2D one, done by Genndy Tartakovsky. I thought that one was really cool. But then, I never really got into the 3D one. I know the 3D one had that shit with, like, Darth Maul having, like, robot spider legs and coming back, and that was a bit odd, but...
Know what it's like to be hunted, but now that you've killed
I fought and killed their leader.
Thank you, young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward.
Thank you, John.
Again, I thank you.
I'm gonna start taking rewards now because I'm maxed out on Lightside anyway. A lot of people don't even know about the 2D Clone Wars show. They only know about the 3D one. He had spider legs, and then the Night Sisters used their magic to fix his mind and give him more efficient legs. Really? Oh yeah, and then he appeared in like Solo, which I never watched because after The Last Jedi, I was just kind of like, I'm done. I never even bothered seeing The Rise of Soywalker. I've seen some of the 2D Clone Wars, and it looked cooler, to be honest, especially General Grievous looked dope, yeah. And, like, it had Shaggy in it, too, as a Jedi. His name was, like, Shaggy. Like, he was a very minor character that didn't talk, but I thought that was kind of funny. Then he died. It's because he wasn't even using 1% of his power. Alright, Karth, got anything more?
Yes,
nope.
What's in... You got it.
Alright, Bastila, let's get through you.
How can I help?
Nope.
Then I suggest we move on.
You know, in the comics, they wrote a Jedi with a joke name. In the final version, the Jedi's name was Master Bait. That's funny.
How may I be What is it you would... Of course.
Now if I bring Juhani out, are we gonna get Zor?
Your whip? What?
Yep, there he is.
What the hell is your kind doing here? Bad enough I have to deal with all these other idiots. But now there's a stinking Cathar on this world, too?
I have as much right to be here as you do, sir.
Do not seek to aggravate us.
Ooh, big woman. The Jedi shooting her mouth out from behind a lightsaber. Or whatever you're carrying, hiding behind your pet Cathar. And a woman at that. We should have exterminated all you Cathar when we had the chance.
What? What do you know about my world?
I know enough that... Hey, wait a minute. You look familiar somehow.
You two know each other?
This doesn't concern you, Jedi trash. Now where could I have... No, he's dead, and she likely is too.
What are you talking about?
Maybe I was wrong. Still, I think a specimen like you would be a nice addition to my collection. So, what would it take, Jedi, for you to sell your pet here to me?
She is not for sale.
Now don't be so selfish. We both know Cathar aren't real people anyway. The females make amusing pets. But the males should be put down like the animals they are. I remember one time on Taris.
What? What did you say?
You were on Taris?
What did you do on Taris, you scum?
Put one of you down like the animals you are. So easy. Then I saw one of the females on the auction block. But those darn Jedi.
It was you.
What? Me? Oh, now I recognize where I've seen that face before. You were the little Cathar I was going to purchase. But those Jedi came and stole my pet away from me. When I was fighting with the Mandalorians against the Cathar.
Also, there was like a comic that had Jar Jar's dad in it, and he like killed himself, or tried to kill himself because of how annoying Jar Jar was, but like failed.
You Jedi act all prim and proper, but inside you must feel the same way I do about the lesser, non-human species. The Sith at least let their feelings show on the outside. Come now. Will you let your pet go? I am sure we can come up with a price we both think is fair.
She is not for sale.
And I will see you dead for what you have done to my people.
Hold on a second. Don't be hasty.
There's no emotion.
There is peace. I will remain calm. I am a Jedi now.
If a Jedi felt the same, I don't think they would let non-human races become Jedi. True.
Say no to the dark side.
You know, in the PC version, they made Zor into a Twi'lek, which makes so much less sense given his dialogue. Speaking of Twi'leks, mission.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Terrace. I still can't
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
it's gone. I don't really think... Look, but I suppose that... So don't worry about... Hey there. What... I'm sorry for the way... My brother and me had a... She was a date, but Lena was used... I'm not gonna pretend... I thought Lena would bright... I saw Lena for... After they'd been together, he promised us to... Oh, I know what... I know I'll... Don't worry. Okay, have it your way.
Useless changes, well, and end up making no sense. Yeah, exactly, because again, his dialogue is very clearly that of a human who hates aliens, but, like, they just decided, hey, let's make it so that he's a fucking Twi'lek, and that's considered, like, the definitive version. And it's like, why?
No. This is no good, Master. You have nearly detonated my thermal core 3 times in a matter of minutes. Supplication. As you decide.
Alright, let's get through Candaris's war stories. We listened to them all last time, so I'm going to mash through them, even though I wouldn't like to do that, because Candaris is my favorite boy, but...
days with young Mandal... I remember it. I remember sitting...
I didn't think Mandalorians got afraid.
Every new warrior has to fear to understand how to beat it. You must know that. The doors opened and I can't describe when the magnetic... The exhilaration. And 80 and with barely the explosion... I'll never forget them, but I really don't want to... Is there something else? Your choice.
Aren't Twi'leks like a slave race in Star Wars as well? Yeah, they are.
No one... Well, let's see it. All right. You'll need it.
Makes it even double less sense, yeah.
Hello there. You're heading out into the desert?
Dude, this heartless
You're a hunter,
bitch.
Right? You must be if you've been allowed to leave Anchorhead. When you see Tanis, and I know you know him, tell him his wife hopes he enjoys the anniversary gift.
Alright. What if he has a message for you?
Oh, I'll be long gone soon enough. The next shuttle to anywhere, really. I've had it with cleaning up his messes, repairing his droids. If he lives, he can try and get by on his own. I doubt he'll last long with no one to listen to his lies.
I have to go.
I'm sure you do. Like I said, when you see him, tell him his wife Marlena says hello.
Bastila is such a heartless bitch when you come out here with her.
Anyone out there? Hold on there. Hey there, thanks for stopping. I appreciate it. I don't remember you from Faz's Club. You new to Anchorhead?
You're Tanis, right? Your wife says hello.
I'll bet she does. She's decided I find...
Commentary. One would hope the female is better at repairs than Yukalaka. I still would like to crush his neck, Master.
I triggered some sort of trap she programmed. She probably figured I wouldn't be smart enough to get out.
What do you want me to do?
The wife put a kink she knew I wouldn't.
Commentary. I say we blast the meat bag and save you the trouble, Master.
What's with all the droids lately? My wife get to you too?
Negative. I just don't like organic meat bags. Except for the Master, of course.
I'd, really just access Oh, and,
Two, three, they're prime numbers, that's right. And then, so 7. Node 2. I remember that one from memory. That one. It's fine.
That was now, Mike. You never asked me for anything.
That'll be fine. Good luck.
Thanks again. I'm heading back to the shop. I hope she
Sand people, yep. Why didn't they have the outfits? You're supposed to give me the outfits, what the fuck? I'd like to know what sand people look like under their mask. They can just be regular people, yeah?
Don't let me die under here. Please help!
If so, that would be very disappointing, yeah. You going to bed? Alright. See you later. Alright, now let's approach the miners while in the outfit so they attack us. And then see if we get attacked anyway by the other sand people. And I know we're Lightside, but, you know, this is a fun thing to do anyway.
Yeah, what do you want? Your choice.
I'm here. What? I'm here.
We could do the thing with the vaporators to what's it called? To, you know, resolve things with the sand people peacefully. But why would we do that? We'll slaughter them like the animals they are, even though we're Lightside. What a coward.
Ready?
Yeah, what do you want? Your choice.
Alright. Well, we slaughtered them like animals. I hate them. Let's go complete Tatooine real quick. Dude, it's a skeleton. That's spoopy. A lot of ambushes going on at the moment. I went the wrong way, damn it. It's fine, we'll go this way. Hey, you. Hey, you.
I'm tired of waiting, Comad. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
Again, we've read through all that dialogue in the previous playthrough, so we're not going to bother going through each and every little thing this time.
about the one in about the one I need. Ronda dijo mucho shakpak.
Now that we've got what we came for, we should probably move on. Can't say I'm gonna miss this pit of the road.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
You may have defeated. Your words mean.
How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
What happened? What's going on?
Sith interdictor ship. They must have been waiting for us on the hyperspace route. We're caught in their tractor beam.
Do you recognize the ship?
It's the Leviathan. Saul Kareth's vessel. My old mentor. Admiral Kareth taught me everything I know about being a soldier. He was a legend in the Republic fleet, and a hero to me until he betrayed us. When the Sith attacked my homeworld, the Leviathan, which is Saul Kareth's flagship, was at the head of the fleet. My family was destroyed that day, and my wife died in the Sith bombardment.
It's your chance to avenge the deaths of your family.
That is not the way of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Vengeance, anger, emotion. These things lead to the dark side.
I'm not gonna do anything stupid. I mean, I won't throw our lives away in some mad quest for vengeance, but if I get a chance to kill Saul during our escape, nobody better get in my way.
Talk of an escape is somewhat premature, don't you think?
Okay, yeah, shut up. We know all this.
Maybe Admiral Kareth would just have to...
Don't worry, I won't be so skippy next time. It's just, Admiral Kareth is probably watching the three of us closely. One of the others is going to have to save us.
Well, if we're gonna pick someone...
Alright, we're going to have, Juhani do it this time.
You speak the truth. Alone with all the group might be able to remain hidden if the Sith search the ship. I could wait until the guards have completed their search, then come to rescue you.
Try it your way, Juhani. May the Force be with you.
Hold on. They're dragging us into the...
Bastila, Karth, and the crew have been taken prisoner as you ordered, Commander.
Excellent. Have you searched the ship thoroughly? Admiral Kareth warned me to be on alert for any kind of treachery.
We searched the ship from top to bottom. Somebody would have had to be invisible for us not to find them in there.
And if that isn't excellent foreshadowing, I don't know what is.
I'll tell the Admiral of this.
Karth,
Yeah.
It's been far too long since we last spoke. I see the recent months have not been kind.
But I recognize you.
Did you learn nothing?
I was a coward.
In war, even the...
My wife died in that.
You used to be a man. You're an insignificant...
We will never say...
Your words are brave. You're defiant. The Dark Lord will... You mean... The Dark Lord will not... However, Lord Matt... Enough. I don't want...
Don't waste your...
I'm sure you...
My loyalty is as true as Karth's.
It is time to put your loyalty to the test. I doubt torturing you will gain me your truth. However, even the strongest of heroes has trouble. The interrogation will begin now. Each time you refuse to answer or give me a false answer, Karth will suffer.
Don't hurt him, I beg you.
My pain is meaningless. Tell him nothing.
I tire of these...
Jedi Academy? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Very well, this... Enough! You see what happens when you try to defy me. This first question was a test. Obviously, Malak knew that Dantooine isn't...
No, you're lying. It's not true. Don't even ask.
It doesn't matter. Now, tell... Listen, can you not hear him suffering? You can spare him further pain by simply answering my questions. Now I will ask again.
You are a sick, evil man, Saul Kareth.
Perhaps another...
No! No! I beg you! Mercy! No!
I'm surprised...
I hate to watch my boy suffer.
Rarely have I seen someone... I see I'm wasting my... I will leave you here in...
Don't try to move too quickly.
They tortured all of us.
The dark side has...
No one is without the hope of redemption, Bastila.
Yes. I suppose I'm...
No, it's hard to believe they're all gone.
I'd like to believe that Saul... We should have felt a distant... I can only hope that Saul...
None of this will matter if we... Saul mentioned that Lord Malak...
It is fortunate...
I'm sorry, Karth. Watching you suffer tore me apart.
No, I know you would never do anything to intentionally cause me pain, but you had no other choice. You couldn't betray our cause. I don't honestly know if I could have been as strong in your position. Watch you suffer like that, I might have cracked.
Did you feel that?
Well, then we better hope you...
Alright, tell you what. We're gonna call it there. We will do the Leviathan next time. Anyway, have a good one. Toodles.